Lemonheads, this rules. Thank you, Lemonheads Pirate Radio. Thank you, everybody. Go follow Lemonheads and Pirate Radio. Great Clips channel, doing great work over there. Okay, folks, let's start the show. I found this, well, I've been depriving you guys of fats for an hour. You're probably chomping at the bit. Maybe we'll go into the fat stuff first, actually. And you guys had some good submissions, especially the guy who runs the Lemonheads Clips channel, who does great work. You got to see this here. This is some of the best I've seen, actually. And while we're watching this, I need an I need a name. I need to know who this is immediately, because it's right out of a beautiful dream I would have. I mean, if I got my chance to finally make a film, and I've written 2 screenplays in the past 2 years, I need to polish them up and send them to my buddy. I have a Hollywood friend who actually makes films. I'm not going to tell you who he is, but I get lunch with him a few times a year. I love this guy. And he always asks me to give him a script. And I'm like, I'll polish those up and give them to you. But I don't want to give him anything unless it's the best I could do. But I have 2 very, very, very good ideas, I think, that I wrote. Sometimes I like to take a break from my book for like a few weeks and just write a script if I have a script idea. But this right here is, oh God, you could write 90 seasons of a TV show about this woman getting her ass hosed down on the porch by a man who loves her. True love, man. True love. There's no love out there like fetish love. You can find a guy who could treat you like an object. If you can find a man who loves you as much as he loves the categories he searches for, you can find, I think, what's closest to a soulmate without them having a soul, maybe. I believe that many, many men out there maybe don't possess the ability to love. Their brain and their soul has been stolen, and it's kept in a demonic chest somewhere, and it's locked away out and they are lost in a low vibrational field of darkness and pain and anguish. And they no longer have the ability to love. However, I think you can get something pretty damn similar. It's not name brand. It's a great value love. This is it right here. This man loves conditionally. You have to stay 900 pounds or he's going to leave you. But at the same time, it's beautiful that they found each other. He supports this, she supports that. And they have a whole lot of fun doing this. It looks like hell to you or I. It's so morbid, so monstrous, we can't look away. We are so hypnotized by the P.T. Barnum, heavy psychic shit carnival of the life of chuds and bastards. I mean, look at these people. The fact that we send film crews and spend tens of thousands of dollars on producing content of just a woman getting hosed down on her porch like a barnyard oddity of some kind is oddly so kind of hopeful, because even the damned can stay afloat at sea, just by clinging to each other. So beautiful.
Nicole tells me that it's very humiliating that I had to hose her butt. It's gross sometimes. but it's what I got to do to take care of the woman I love, and I would jump through flaming hoops for her.
The boyfriend's daily routine is to help his girlfriend bathe, even though she weighs in at a staggering...
Now, I've seen this before on fat guys. In person, when their shirt slips up, but they start to do it looks like meiosis or mitosis, whichever, I can't remember which is which. When the cells are dividing, you become so fat, your body starts going, fuck, let's just become two people. You see this, how it starts splitting down the middle? I've seen that. It's a really kind of tremendous thing about the belly that eventually it becomes so big it can no longer be one. You know, they say on earth as it is in heaven, it's much like a star or an atom or anything like that in nature.
She weighs in at a staggering 900 pounds. They are still deeply in love. Because of a rough childhood, with a violent mother and a drug-addicted father, food became her only source of comfort.
The little red glasses. The little red glasses. She kind of just looks like Bruce Valanche. She kicks ass.
By the time she was 12, she already tipped the scales at 300 pounds. But her boyfriend doesn't have a single complaint about taking care of her.
Yeah, of course he does it. You kidding me? This guy's in heaven. You kidding me? She lays there all day as he gets to be like his own, like he gets to be Caligula all day. I mean, yeah, he's got to hose her down and lift her on the crane, but
Every
who
need,
cares?
even when their baby was born, and she nearly...
They had a baby. Dude, you know how many couples have been trying for years? Infertility is such an issue now, and it's so sad and heartbreaking. I feel so bad for the woman. If I had been trying for 5 years with my husband, and we had been going back and forth to the doctor, and then I turned this on, and I saw this 900-pound piece of shit. If I saw this blob was pumping out babies, I don't know, man. That'd be dark.
doesn't have a single complaint about taking care of her every need, even when their baby...
She had a baby. She had a baby. Woo! I don't know how he got his seed up there, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like when you see a weed growing through a rock and you go, how did that even make it through that? You ever seen like a big oak tree going through asphalt in an old parking lot of like a Circuit City that went under years ago? You go, wow, that's incredible. Insane, man.
baby was born, and she nearly lost her life due to her weight. He was the first one there to comfort her. Because she can't walk on her own, he puts her in a wheelchair and takes her out to the grocery store. And even though strangers stare at them with weird looks, Mark just brushes them off. But then...
By the way, these types of people always go to the doctor and they go, yeah, I went to the doctor and he did all my blood work. Everything was fine. Yeah, blood pressure, no, everything was pretty good, actually. He told me, I mean, I wish he said something, but he said, you have a clean bill of health, no heart condition, no nothing. Just keep doing what you're doing, I guess.
With weird looks, Mark just brushes them off. But then the unexpected happens. Lisa's body finally hits its limit, and she's rushed to the hospital in an emergency. The doctor gives Mark a stern warning. If he keeps enabling her to stay this heavy, he's going to lose her for good before long. The only way to save her is for Lisa to undergo weight loss surgery.
He's like, that's not happening. So does anybody got an at on her? Love that this was posted by from Bryan, Texas. Kyle, Texas. Bryan, Texas. Connor, Texas. Tucker, Texas. Johnny, Texas. Who's got the at? Who has the at here? Because I got to see more of this beast. I need more. Nicole Lewis is the name. Thank you, Lemonheads Pirate Radio. Thank you. Everybody go follow Lemonheads and Pirate Radio. Great Clips channel, doing great work over there. Thank you, buddy. Now we got an ID on this. Nicole Lewis, no socials, of course, but we can watch whatever we want now. Because we're not on YouTube, this is not going to get flagged by TLC. Ooh, I think we got something here. Did we? Let's see.
£600 life star Nicole Lewis first approached bariatric surgeon Dr. Now when she was just 23 years old and weighed over 700 pounds. Thankfully, after gastric sleeve surgery and a complete lifestyle overhaul, Lewis managed to shed over 300 pounds. But there's more to Nicole's story than just her weight. This is her untold truth. If there's one thing that's abundantly clear from Lewis's season 5 episode of My 600-Pound Life, it is that she endured an overwhelming amount of obstacles growing up.
I thought she'd lose the weight when she got older, but she just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Her father was
They're talking about her like she's like the creature from the Black Lagoon or something. Or like the Blob. That's so... She just kept getting bigger and bigger. And she just didn't stop. She just kept coming. She just got bigger
in and out of prison for as long as she can remember, rendering her
bigger.
home life quite chaotic. Additionally, her parents abused drugs, which resulted in frequent conflicts. Nicole summed it all up on Facebook, writing, "I didn't have the best childhood." That's how she ended up turning to food for comfort in the first place, which in turn caused her to gain the weight. Because of all the uncertainty that Lewis endured, including her father's absences and the fact that she and her family moved around a lot, Lewis had
Not
a hard
horny.
time putting down roots and making local friends. She added, "I never really had a lot of people in my circle, so my circle was based around social media. That was always
I never had a lot of people in my circle, so I became one.
my outlet." Lewis was especially active on YouTube, although she also had MySpace and Facebook accounts as well. Every episode of My 600-Pound Life begins with a shower scene in which the show stars have to strip down and bathe in front of the camera. And in Lewis's shower scene, which became one of the more notorious moments on the series,
Yes.
she was unable to fit in the bathroom.
Yes,
Instead, her
God,
boyfriend
yes.
Charlie bathed
My favorite thing is when they can't fit in a room or a thing. I love that. I love when they try to fit in a chair and it doesn't work, and they got to pull up a couple chairs. Love that. I love when things break under them. I love the AI slop of them jumping off of a house onto a trampoline. It's all Instagram shows me is a big fat lady jumps off of a house onto a trampoline and then goes back, and then the house comes down beneath her weight. Love it.
her on the back porch using a
There's
garden
really
hose.
nothing better.
And as Lewis tells it, she wasn't exactly thrilled about having that intimate moment recorded. She explained in an interview with Rover Radio, "When they came to my house, they were like, okay, we have to do a shower scene. We have to do real life stuff for you to be part of this process."
I can't fit in the bathroom door. I can't fit in the bathroom door, Mom.
So why did she cave to the pressure and allow the crew to film her at her most vulnerable? It turns out
Her mom is standing behind her like a mice and men with a gun pointed at the back of your head. Just keep trying, sweetie. I can't do it, Mama. I can't fit into the walk-in shower.
it was for a
That's
very
such a
good
crazy
pressure.
clip.
I can't fit in the bathroom door, Mom.
So why did she cave to the pressure and allow the crew to film her at her most vulnerable? It turns out it was for a very good reason. She said, "It was either me not let them do that and me not get the help and possibly not be around another year, or just to let it happen." For
I mean, are you really surprised that they took advantage of you? That they made a spectacle of your size and your... You knew what you were getting into. Come on. Come on, Nicole. What is her name? Nicole Lewis? Come on, Nicole. Come on, Nikki. Come on, sweetie. Come on.
Lewis, just sitting
You
at
know-
home flipping through TV
you know what it
channels
is.
can be a brutal experience, especially if she happens to come across her episode of the show. She admitted in a Facebook post, "I was embarrassed sitting back and re-watching my episodes." That's especially the case for her debut episode of My 600-Pound Life. It reminds her of where she was at the time, which was rock bottom.
Love that
She
move.
added,
Look at that move. It's actually pretty creative of
sitting back and
the way
re-watching my
she's
episdes.
moving her
That's
body
especially
there
the case for
up
her debut
into the-
episode of My 600-Pound Life. It reminds her of where she
Wow.
was at the time, which was rock bottom. She added, "I hate the episode because that was a point in my life where I shouldn't have existed other than for my children. I was an annoyance to my family, is what I felt."
Every day when I get up, I feel like I'm dying.
Fortunately, Lewis doesn't harbour any ill will toward the production crew who were on set with her during filming. She said, "The film crews are all great. They're mostly caring and loving, and they just want to help you help yourself." Lewis also likes to keep her distance from the follow-up segment, My 600-Pound Life, Where Are They Now? She explained on Facebook, "I only watched my episode once because I don't want to see the crappy mistakes, the shitty footage that they capture, filming me doing bad things. I fast forward stuff." But despite how painful it is for Lewis to rewatch her episodes, she continued working with producers in 2019 for some very specific reasons. She revealed to fans, "I am still filming. I will continue to work with Dr. Now just to be able to have his guidance, have his help, and be able to get my skin removal."
I'm trying to make myself better.
Oh, someone said it's My 600-Pound Life, season 5, episode 7. Maybe we could watch the whole thing. Actually, this is all so far. We've only gone off the Lemonhead submission. Hold on, we got to see how they clean her. How did Tigala finish at the Players? Damn, he shot 2 over today. Not good. There we go. Nicole Lewis. Yeah, here we go.
Of achieving it.
Here's this broad.
While Lewis did work with My 600-Pound Life's production company Megalomedia for a second installment of My 600-Pound Life, Where Are They Now?, it appears that things have since gone south. In spring of 2020, Lewis filed a lawsuit against the production company, becoming the 7th cast member to do so, according to Starcasm. Specifically, Lewis sued Megalomedia for fraud, with a claim stating that the company agreed to pay for her medical costs related to surgery but never followed through. The claim also asserts that
Damn, look at that big broad. Look at that belly. It's giving Moby Dick. Very nice.
Media agreed to pay for her relocation to Texas and 6 months of rent as well following skin removal surgery, but alleges that they never coughed up a dime. At the time, she hadn't yet gotten the skin surgery either, according to the suit.
And I don't recognize myself anymore.
Lewis is also asking for Megalomedia to pay for the damages that the whole situation has caused, though she did not specify an amount in the paperwork. As for what Lewis has to say about the lawsuit, she's been mum on the topic, at least publicly, as of mid-2020. By the end of her regular episode and her follow-up segment on My 600-Pound Life, it was clear that Lewis was working the program and getting results. And this was despite the fact that she and her family were evicted from their Texas residence and had to return to Ohio.
It's just really hard right now. And I'm worried about what that's going to mean for me doing Dr. Now's program.
But like many people who lose a significant amount of weight, Lewis ran into challenges that caused her to abandon her diet once she was back home. But as Lewis tells it, it's only a temporary setback. Posting a before and after, and citing where she started in 2016, she wrote on Facebook, "I may not be even close to where I'm supposed to be. The forget. Or the blueness of your face from you not breathing. They took you from me, rushed you to the NICU, and I was quickly carted off into intensive care."
I was over 600 pounds.
So I was trying to check and see if my wife was home with the buttered chicken or not. I don't know where she is. What happened? That was. I don't want to rewind. I was too sad. Whatever it was, either she almost died or a kid. So I don't want to know.
And it almost killed my newborn child.
Lewis didn't get to bond with her son immediately, but once he was stabilized, she was finally able to hold her baby boy. She added, "On the 3rd day after being born was my 21st birthday. I was sitting in my hospital bed and I got a call from the NICU saying they were bringing you to me. I was so excited. That was the best birthday I ever had." Lewis's fame from the show netted her plenty of fans and a supportive community on social media, but
Look at those portions. That's great. Dude, that's crazy. Every inch of her plate is filled. Looks like she's doing those instant Idaho potatoes. Let's skip the gravy, maybe. I'll let you have the mac and cheese, but come on, that's at least 4 big scoops. Meatloaf looks good. They charred the ketchup on top, maybe broiled it a little bit at the end, and yeah, I like that meatloaf. I like the look of that. The plastic plate, let's get rid of that too. And yeah, there's some improvements to be made, but
she also faced naysayers who showed up on her page with an agenda. She shared on Facebook, "I know I get a lot of hate for some of
the baby on the ground is crazy." Imagine looking up and being like, "That's my mom. That's my mom." Oh, my mom, she's a Dodge Ram. My mom could eat your mom, bitch. My mom? My mom's the F-350. My mom's a Dodge Durango. Who's your mom? Oh, my mom? She's a sectional. She can only be moved by multiple people at once.
the crazy stuff about me being a crappy mom, me gaining weight, or me stalling.
One time I said to my son, "Do you love mama?" And he looked over at my mom and smiled.
But rather than indulge the trolls or go down a rabbit hole of self-doubt, Lewis has learned to let the
This is my favorite thing about the internet. This is the biggest cope, is when people like this go, "Yeah, I have trolls." Oh no, what are the trolls saying? Well, they're saying I should lose some weight. Wow. That's they're gaslighting you. They're totally trolling you. Yeah, I'm being trolled. One of them commented on my page that I'm overweight. Oh, really? Wow. What a mean what a mean prank. That's crazy. You know who's the trolls in your comment section, you fat ass? The people saying you look beautiful. That's who's trolling you. The people that are like, "Girl, you're beautiful just the way you are, never change." That's who's trolling you. That's who's trolling you, okay? Anybody that says, "You look great." Anyone that goes, "Oh my God, where'd you get that dress? Oh, I love your Anyone that goes, "I love your hair." You're being trolled. That's who's trolling you. Oh no, help, the trolls. They're telling me I'm fat.
Roll right off her back.
Damn.
She added, "Hate me, love me, disrespect me, or cherish what I'm sharing with you, I'm at this point in my life. I don't care for the negative thoughts. I get messages from people and I just read them and laugh." When Lewis weighed over 700 pounds, she struggled mightily with her mobility. But after shedding hundreds of pounds, she was able to start reclaiming aspects of her life that had been put on hold. And that included finding employment, something she looked to do in 2018 after scoring an interview. She wrote on Facebook at the time, "Wish me luck. It's been about 4 years, but since I've regained my life, why not work, finish school, and be a full-time mama?" About a week later, Lewis took to social media to celebrate the job offer she managed to snag.
I mean, come on. That's not... First of all, that can't be 80, right?
Writing, "I worked so hard for this. I go in tomorrow for paperwork and all that jazz." As for what exactly
These people always... Once they do this, for some reason, it's this weird performative thing of like they go back to school and post graduation photos. If you weren't smart enough to not let yourself become 900 pounds, what degree are you earning exactly? What exactly are you able to learn? Who trusts your judgment at any job based on a certificate you get from a college. You weren't smart enough to not become a 900-pound person who had to get their pussy washed with a garden hose. Your husband was walking around you, washing you the way you would like take care of some classic car in your driveway. Unbelievable.
I worked so hard for this. I go in tomorrow for paperwork and all that jazz. As for what exactly the job entails, the star wouldn't say, even though plenty of fans asked about it. Perhaps she wanted to keep this information private so no one bothers her.
She's playing the boulder that chases, at Universal, it's the boulder that chases the Indiana Jones guy. The actor who plays Indy. She got a job at the theme park as that.
Work. While the My 600-Pound Life stars' love lives are featured on the series, many of those couples eventually split up due to a number of factors. But some of the romantic partnerships are built to last through the hard times and the good. That's been the case for Lewis and her boyfriend Charlie, who celebrated 6 years together in 2019. But it appears that it's not all wine and roses for the
That guy rules.
couple. They have their difficulties, with Lewis writing on Facebook, "Charlie's here for me and stuff,
He's
but
in
he's
hell.
kind of happy where he's at in his life with his weight, and he doesn't want to lose weight, so I'm kind of stuck doing everything on my own now."
It's one thing that brings us
Yeah, he
together.
wasn't 900 pounds.
Food, but chips most
chips.
definitely were
Oh,
chip
yeah.
connoisseurs.
Oh, yeah.
Still, she was quick to
He's just
add that she
normal
thinks
fat.
Charlie is a great father and partner. As
Not-
for whether
not
or not the
horny
couple will
anymore.
get married, that
Turning up the
remains
horny
unclear.
light.
The couple decided to put off any wedding plans during their season 4 episode of My 600-Pound Life, Where Are They Now?, while Nicole dealt with her father's simultaneous prison sentence and cancer diagnosis.
My dad actually got arrested, and he also found out he has pancreatic cancer and has less than a year to live. So it's just a lot.
Even so, we're pretty sure these two are in it for the long haul.
Okay, she's showing cleavage again. Here we
Sharp-eyed
go.
fans have noticed
Here we
that
go.
Lewis often wears
I'll give it
clothing
up.
that
Let's
boasts a
give it up for
cartoon
her.
character holding a hatchet. It's an image she has tattooed on her chest and has stuck all over her truck. As it turns out, that's the symbol for Psychopathic Records and its artists,
What?
which include Insane
ICP?
Clown Posse and their fans, known as Juggalos. One fellow Juggalo told the Detroit Metro Times, "It is a symbol of loyalty and looking out for the family."
Okay, this part.
An
Okay.
artist
See, as soon as they're not fat anymore, you see how boring they become. Don't care anymore. Truly don't care. All I care about is my Metabo saw. End of segment.